how to make a Mimosa corn snake. Well, first of all, you can just buy one from clutch number 14. Ha! But the t-shirts you can buy at my shop. The link is in the description. This is a clutch, quite cool. The female is a really nice pinkish Mimosa with red factor, ghost Motley, had a melanistic, and she was 50% posset striped. I'm still not sure, but I will get into that. The male, it was a really cool animal, as you saw in the thumbnail, but he is a Mimosa, Ultra or Ultramel, but he proved out Ultramel, but I wasn't sure as a baby. He was either a ghost or an Enery, but he proved out ghost, so that was also lucky. He was either Tessera or Super Tessera, and he proved out Super Tessera, so that was also cool. And he is either striped or Motley striped. And in this clutch, first I thought, oh, there are some stripes in there, and that could be, because if he is a Motley striped and mom could also prove out to be a Motley striped, that would make sense. But in another clutch that will hatch, well, there will be like shed in a couple days or a week, to another striped animal, he proved out the father is a Motley striped. So the male is eventually a Mimosa Ultramel Ghost Super Tessera Motley striped. But because he is Motley striped and I have some really strange babies behind me, so I'm not really sure what's going on, but let's get into it. So, for everybody who's really fast in genetics, because I know I ramble a lot, but the simplest morph out of this clutch is Mimosa Ghost Tessera Motley, because, well, both parents were Mimosa, of course, both parents were Ghost. The father is a Super Tessera, so everything will be Tessera, and both parents were Motley or Motley striped. But so this is the simplest animal out of the clutch, genetically at least, but still, for a simple snake, in my own light again, let's try it like this. And I will zoom in a bit. So I think you can actually see a little bit of the pink in the neck already coming in. So this is a male number 1. Then we have male number 2, but he is already a little bit more freaky-ish. Because, yeah, is he just Tessera Motley? Or is he Tessera striped? But because of the like the not straight stripes in the neck, I would think it might be a Motley. But if you would see this part, you would say he's a striped Tessera. So, but the father also proved out he is Super Tessera Motley, or Motley striped. And he's totally petalless. So you don't have to be a Tessera striped to be petalless. So yeah, Mimosa actually does messes with patterns a lot. So, but well, this is not even the most extreme one. For instance, this is a female. Mimosa Ghost Tessera. I guess Motley, also again with the strange, well, almost a little zigzag pattern in the neck. With a Tessera striped, you would say it's just fully striped. These also have a neck break, but that does not prove everything, because you have stripes with neck breaks. But so that's a female 1 out of, I don't know, 4 or something. Then we have female number 2. Also, probably she's Motley, but yeah, they are sort of special looking, because this starts with 2 stripes and then gets sort of a weak faded stripe. This is a female, starts off similar, but yes, she has sort of a stripe exactly in the middle of her back as well. And then we have this female that is sort of, well, I won't say typical, but this is a little bit more normal for Tessera Motley. Although usually they are totally pinstripe like this, and so yeah, here you do have the strange zigzagging in between. But and then we have this female. This is also a question mark, so it's definitely a Mimosa Ghost Tessera Motley. But yeah, is there stripes in here? I don't know. Probably not, but well. If somebody is really curious about finding out, then just message me, get one of these and breed it in a couple of years. Here it gets extra confusing. Here we have 2 males next to each other. And so this is male number 1, Mimosa Ghost Tessera. Is it striped? I have a question mark on it. Because, well, yeah, it is. It does not have a neck break, but the stripe is sort of too small for a stripe, so it looks more like Motley. But yeah, the fading out striping and then no stripe at all, and the tail is pretty much like a striped would be. So yeah, I know it's really confusing if you are not really into genetics, but just keep looking at all the cool snakes. But yeah, it's just strange to me. And here again, this also, it has a neck break. It starts off like looking like a Motley, then it starts off looking like striped, and then it becomes patternless. So, well, like I said, if you are curious about what it is, then you can get these. This is the strain, well, let's call this, so I labeled this for now as Mimosa Ghost Tessera Striped ? So if you see that on the morph list, then it is this. But it could be genetically a Motley. And this is, what is it, male number 4 then probably. This is also so strange. Wait, where are you? Whoop. So it has quite a dark head. And then it becomes woof, patternless. With maybe a little bit of stripe just on the middle of the back. And these also will become way pinker, of course. Like the video doesn't really do it justice. You can see a pink glow over it. But yeah, the father is super pink, the mom is super pink. So this is a female, also possibly a striped, maybe not, but it is just well. If you know the answer, let me know, because I do know how Mimosa, for instance, looks, or sorry, Tessera looks with Motley. Then normally you will get something like this, just a tiny pinstripe on the back from the neck all the way to the tail. So this is obviously not a ghost, but this is a hypo snow. So this is Mimosa, hypo snow Tessera Motley. And it's a male, by the way. So that's sort of an obvious one. Then we have this one. That's also a Motley, because he's definitely not striped, but he's not like totally pinstriped. So even though these two are genetically the same, they look totally different visually. So Mimosa messes up patterns. It's not just a color mutation, it's definitely also a pattern mutation. I knew it before, but yeah, it only proves it out now, because it's just difficult to ID them, unfortunately. This is also a Motley Hypo Snow Mimosa female. And another female here. That's also, yeah, really busy patterned again. So normally you would not get a busy pattern like this with a Tessera Motley, but yeah, genetically it cannot be anything else. So, well, it could be a Motley striped or something, but I mean, visually it cannot be anything else. Well, then we also have some snows that could be stripes or not. So this is a male. Yeah, the color actually looks a little bit better if they are in their box with a little bit more shadow. Then you can see the pink and yellow and orange is coming a little bit more through. And this is a female. So yeah, this is so patternless. So yeah, it looks striped, but on the other hand, the father also looks a little bit like this. Well, he's even more patternless. But yeah, he is not genetically a striped. So oh, well, anyway, that was a pair. Then we will go to this hidden one. It's a Mimosa Ghost Ultramel Tessera Motley. So we have a lot of things going on. Also this sort of typical Tessera Motley pattern. And then of course we have Mimosa in there. We have Ultra and Amel to make Ultramel. We have Hypo and we have Enery. And the eyes are just really cool. The Ultramel eye combined with Ghost is pretty special. So that's male number 1, and we have male number 2. That's also pretty nice and pink. And really strange zigzaggy pattern, it wants to be at least. It looks a little bit like the patterns are like fighting with each other. It sounds strange, but it almost looks like the Tessera Motleys want to be straight, but yeah, Mimosa mixes it up. And yeah, with stripes, maybe they want to be patternless, but Mimosa throws in some pattern. I don't know what's going on, but well, I do know what's going on, but you know what I mean. Sorry for all the rambling. I apologize. But I really like genetics, but with stuff like this, I also have to scratch my head sometimes. So this is also a Motley female that you just saw. And we have another Motley female here as well. Those eyes are still pretty cool. Then we have 4 males. So on one hand, that's a little bit bad, like 2.2 or something would be nicer, but well, I cannot control it. So these are possibly, well, they are definitely Mimosa Ghost Ultramel Tessera Motley, but yeah, maybe also striped. So again, if you want this one, you see it on the morph list as striped with a question mark, because they look striped, but genetically I cannot tell for sure. That was male number 1. This is male number 2. Show yourself. You're so pretty. Male number 2. So if you want to go for patternless pink, then these are the way to go. Male number 3. Oh, also let him unravel a little bit. He's even more patternless, maybe even. And the last one out of the clutch is this one. Also, basically will become pattern. It's almost patternless already, but if the pattern in the neck fades out a little bit with age, then well. Well, let's say it's yay, hooray for Mimosa, thumbs down for Mimosa because it's annoying and I will get a headache from identifying all these babies. But they are really cool. They are on the morph list now, so check the link down below and have a look there. Bye!